Good evening.
Hi.
Good evening.
Hi. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
So we just wait for 1 more minute and then we just start the meeting. Yeah?
Sure.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Hi, this is Geeta Nirupam, welcoming everyone here. First of all, I would, say sorry because I'm not a very Zoom savvy person. I'm not understanding few things. तो मैं वो ढूंढते रहती हूँ कि कौन दिख रहा है, क्या दिख रहा है. So just excuse me if I am not paying attention to anything which is going on. So
गीता जी मैं दिख रहा हूँ. मैं दिख रहा
मुझे वो
हूँ.
ढूंढ मैं कहाँ गए आप? इधर है.
No, don't
हाँ
worry.
जी मिल गए. यस दिख गए. So welcome राजू जी. सबसे पहले it's a pleasure having everybody here and for giving us such a huge support in such short period of time. हमने ये सोचा कि हम कुछ मेंटल हेल्थ केयर के लिए करते हैं और जिस तरह से एक एक करके लोग जुड़ते गए तो वो जो कहते हैं ना कारवा बनता गया. तो वो कारवा की तो शुरुआत है और हम वी आर फीलिंग वेरी ब्लेस्ड that such huge response we are getting. And that also shows that how many people were actually thinking कि mental health care is so important. अभी यहाँ पे जितने लोग हैं उनको तो मैं वेलकम कर रही हूँ. Also I'm thanking Mr. Rejaz Khan who's been who has agreed to be a mission ambassador. Yesterday also I said it could be a new word for people around कि mission ambassador क्या है, because we are not creating a brand. It's a mission, working for people, helping everybody for their mental health, mental wellness, and to be there to hear people, to be there for each other, holding hands. Because ये वक्त जो था ना हमने कभी किसी ने नहीं सोचा था ऐसा है. मैं सबको बोलती हूँ कि जब मुंबई एक दिन के लिए बंद होती थी तो कितना बवाल मचता था. मुंबई बंद है, अरे बाप रे इतना करोड़ों का नुकसान हो रहा है. हम 1.5 साल से घर पे रह गए. क्या हुआ, कहाँ कितना कितना, मतलब इट्स लाइक अ शहर में एक बाढ़ आ गई. वो पानी कहाँ कहाँ गया है, वो गंदा है, अच्छा है, कैसा गया है, वी हैव ब्लडी नो क्लू. आगे जाके हमारे पास एक एक ऐसे रिस्पॉन्सेज आते हैं कि हमारे घर का कोई इस बीच में नहीं रहा. कुछ लोगों का ये होता है कि इन दिनों में सेपरेशन हुए, बहुत सारी चीजें हो गई. सो ये एक बैकड्रॉप था थिंकिंग अबाउट दिस. तो ये जब हम कर रहे थे तो हमारे साथ में जैसे अभी मैंने कहा कि एजाज खान, वी आर वेरी we feel good to have him on board, not just because he's a celebrity and a popular actor or a very dabang kind of a participant in Big Boss 14, but the man who could say things on the social on the national television is not a small thing. And that's what we are trying to tell everybody. मन को का तकलीफ है, कहीं से आपका मेंटल स्ट्रेस खराब हुआ है या मेंटल बैलेंस है, टॉक टू पीपल. So that's what he had done. He could express, and that's the reason we welcome him, and we are so proud to have him on board. फिर naturally हम जब कोई भी काम की शुरुआत करते हैं तो सबसे पहले हमारा एक नजर जाती है प्रिया जी की तरफ. And as usual, she gave a very मतलब एक होता है ना कि तुम लोग करो, मैं हूँ, हमेशा ही रहूंगी. और प्रिया जी की तरफ से सपोर्ट वो इतना ही हमारा एक तो कुछ तो है, मेरा तुमसे पहले का नाता कोई टाइप ऑफ अ थिंग इज देयर. सो थैंक यू प्रिया जी फॉर बीइंग देयर as usual, and thanks for the support from upcoming support from Nargis Foundation. Thank you so much for that. फिर इसी तरह से हम लोग कभी भी कोई म्यूजिक रिलेटेड काम आता है तो हम एक ही पर्सन को कॉल करती हूँ मैं, राजू जी कुछ छोटा सा म्यूजिक चाहिए, कुछ चाहिए, आप हेल्प करोगे क्या? एंड यू विल लाइक, हाँ गीता जी बताओ क्या चाहिए, मैं 2 दिन में देता हूँ. एंड रियली इन 2 days दिस पर्सन मेड वन अबाउट 1.5 minute का जो एक होता है ना हमारे हिसाब से इट्स एन एंथम, वो उन्होंने क्रिएट किया. थैंक यू सो मच राजू जी. फिर हम एज यूजुअल एक घर के और एक बड़े इंसान है हमारे, वो है हरिहरन जी. हरि जी को हमने अप्रोच किया कि हरि जी ऐसा ऐसा हम कर रहे हैं. तो पहले हमारी कुछ थॉट प्रोसेस थी, अरे नहीं नहीं ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा करो, ऐसा नहीं ऐसा, और फटाफट विद इन 20 minutes he guided us in a direction where we are now. Thank you so much. And of course हरि जी के साथ में हमें मतलब हम ललिता जी को हमेशा ही इस तरह से ही देखते हैं कि हाँ लली हरि जी का कब टाइम मिलेगा, एंड शी इज ऑलवेज देयर, अरे आ जाना यार खाना खा के जाना. एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी आर ऑलवेज, इट्स अ फैमिली. And so welcome Lalita and Hariji. Thank you so much for being here. Of course, one person who came to us for us, whatever the small, who she will be the right person who will be discussing, but came in our contact and became a person जिसको हम कभी भी 2 साल बाद भी कांटेक्ट करते हैं और बोलते हैं कि ऐश्वर्या हमारे साथ यही कर रहे हैं, will you be there? And she's like yes, why not. आशा ने उन्हें कभी भी रिक्वेस्ट की और ऐश्वर्या सकुजा ने ना बोला, ऐसा अभी तक हुआ नहीं है. आई एम सो थैंकफुल ऐश्वर्या, आई एम सो ब्लेस्ड टू हैव यू. या एंड ऑफ कोर्स रोहित, आपका जस्ट your humor and the way you come across is a very honest person. welcome here. अच्छा मैं यहाँ से I am seeing my better half here. Sanjay ji is here. Welcome Sanjay ji. I don't call him Sanjay ji. Sanjay, welcome here. जिनके लिए तो ऐसा होता है ना कि कई बार उनका फोटो मैं मेरे मोबाइल में होता है, मैं डाल देती हूँ और उनको बताती हूँ संजय आपका पोस्टर बना है, आप इसको पोस्ट कर लेना. एंड ही इज लाइक हाँ पता है, तुम क्या कर रही हो बता देना, आराम से शाम को मिलेंगे तब बता देना. सो दैट इज हाउ वी आर ऑलवेज. एक जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. ऑफ कोर्स वी आर मैरिड फॉर लास्ट 32 years, सो दैट काइंड ऑफ एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग अब नहीं होगी तो कब होती. तो और एक हमारी एक बहुत प्यारी बच्ची है, अभी आधी दिख रही है आशा के बाजू में, वो है प्राजक्ता शुक्रे. प्राजक्ता इज लाइक एक होता है ना जो हमेशा हमें एनकरेज करने के लिए, खराब मूड हो तो उससे बात भी करो तो भी एक उसकी सिर्फ प्यारी सी स्माइल मिलती है मुझे, तो भी मैं खुश हो जाती हूँ कि अरे हाँ प्राजक्ता इज देयर. सो वेलकम प्राजक्ता. एंड लीना, ऑफ कोर्स आई लास्ट ले रही हूँ नाम बिकॉज लीना इज द वन who was sitting with us all these days and gathering people. यार एजाज को मैं बुलाऊंगी, एजाज को मैं लेके आऊंगी, and that is how she is. It's like for her it's not a different मतलब उसके लिए ये कोई और कंपनी नहीं है, and हमारे लिए भी Leena is a part of us. Leena is part of the company. So welcome Leena and thank you so much for being there. And it is really, तुम मतलब सच बता दूं, तुम नहीं होते तो हम इतने अच्छे से इतना जल्दी आगे नहीं बढ़ते. थैंक यू सो मच. और सॉरी
अच्छा अब मैं क्या बोलूं, आपने इतना सब कुछ बोल दिया है.
नहीं जाना मत, मैंने बोल दिया इसलिए जाना मत. तो एक आधे मिनट में, एक आध 2 मिनट में मैं एक एक्सप्लेन करूंगी हाउ वी स्टार्टेड। मेरा मन, मैंने पहले ही बोला, जिस तरह से पेंडेमिक की वजह से जो भी तकलीफें चालू थी, इमोशनल अप्स एंड डाउन्स मैंने फील किए। यू नो, आई वॉज लाइक, मैं अभी, आज हम लोग अभी लिफ्ट में मेरे जा रहे थे तो मुझे किसी ने पूछा आपको कोविड हुआ था, तो मैंने कहा हाँ मैं पहली धार वाली हूँ, जो पहले जो पिछले साल जिनको फर्स्ट राउंड में हो गया था उनमें से मैं हूँ। और तब तो ऐसा हो गया था कि मैं, जब मुझे कोविड हो गया पता चला तो आधे मेरे दोस्त रो रहे थे फोन पे सुन के। तब इतना कॉमन नहीं था कि अरे हाँ। एंड देन आफ्टर आई केम आउट, आई रियलाइज मुझे डायबिटीज हो गया है, मेरा अस्थमा थोड़ा और बढ़ गया है। वो सब कुछ मेडिसिन से हैंडल हो सकता है, लेकिन मेरा जो इमोशनल इम्बैलेंस हो रहा था, फॉर अ ड्रॉप ऑफ अ हैट आई यूज टू क्राई। मतलब अभी संजय यहाँ बैठे हैं, उनके सामने बोलूं तो वो भी शायद हंसेंगे कि एक अपोस्ट्री सोफा कवर नहीं बदल रहे इतने देर, इसलिए मैं रोई थी। कैन एनीबडी इमेजिन दिस? एक छोटी सी चीज के लिए एक इंसान रोता है और तबाह, पूरी तांडव मचा देता है। तो वो सब कुछ हो रहा था, एंड आई रियलाइज नो, दिस इज नॉट मी, दिस इज समथिंग रॉन्ग गोइंग ऑन इन माई हेड, एंड आई नीड हेल्प। आई एम सो थैंकफुल फॉर माई, टू यू नो, माई फैमिली who stood by me। उन्होंने अंडरस्टैंड किया, जो जो मैंने कॉल्स लिए उन्होंने मेरे साथ खड़े रह के उसको सपोर्ट किया। आई हैव अ वेरी सॉलिड फ्रेंड्स ग्रुप जो थेरेपिस्ट है, उन्होंने मुझे हमेशा मेरे साथ रहे, मुझे सपोर्ट दिया, मेरा रोना, मेरा चिल्लाना, मेरा सब कुछ लिया। तो एक साल बाद मुझे ये फील हुआ कि मेरे जैसे तो है जो, आई एम ब्लेस्ड, आई हैव पीपल। There are so many people who don't have so many people to help them, and we should be making a umbrella, because we have therapists, we have psychologists, we have psychiatrists in our group. Why not make a huge umbrella and help people? ये शुरुआत है। मैं नहीं दावा कर रही हूँ कि हम आज शुरू हो गए और एक महीने में हम सब तक पहुंचे, नहीं पहुंच पाएंगे। हमें गालियां भी पड़ेंगी। मेरी जो साइकोलॉजिस्ट दोस्त बैठे हैं, थेरेपिस्ट दोस्त है, उन्हें मैं ये भी कहूंगी कि हमें गालियां भी पड़ेंगी, अरे बड़े बड़े बातें की थी नहीं पहुंचे। लेकिन हमें दबना नहीं है, हमें उसके बाद भी अपने काम में लगे रहना है। That's why I said it's a mission. It's not a brand we are launching today. So we are launching a mission where we want to hold hands with people who are needing anybody. It can be just your best friend who wants to talk. Why not? Acha, Ejaz is here, and so welcome Ejaz. Welcome.
Thank you
to the मेरा मन फाउंडेशन। एंड
थैंक यू सो मच।
अभी हमने आपके बारे में सब कुछ कह दिया, तो वापस फिर भी मैं रिपीट तो
नहीं,
कि
मैं अपने बारे में
इट्स योर रियली ग्रेटनेस। नहीं, आप अपने बारे में डेफिनेटली जानते हो, लेकिन इट्स योर ग्रेटनेस दैट यू केम एंड बिकेम आवर मिशन एम्बेसडर ऑन अ, यू नो, एक छोटे से कॉन्वर्सेशन से शुरू हो गया और यहाँ तक हम पहुंचे। सो not taking more time, I will be handing over to Priya ji. Priya, welcome, and your few words for Miravan Foundation.
Thank you so much, Geeta, and welcome everyone to this platform. Pehle to I want to say that it's really a privilege for me to be here and be part of the Miravan Foundation, and thank you, Geeta, Asha, for having invited me and thinking about me always. And jaise Geeta ne kaha, you know that I'm always there. And I think this initiative is so important at this point of time. So many people have come together. I'd like to also thank Ejaz ji, who's become the mission ambassador for this platform. And we need voices like this. We need people to know that they are not alone. And I think during this pandemic, there hasn't been even one person who hasn't suffered through it. It's not just the illness. It's, I think, your mental state which has broken down. I remember when the first lockdown happened, I think everybody was thrilled because we all were first time sitting at home with our families and enjoying that time together, and बहुत कुछ हो रहा था. But after a while, we all saw that how slowly everything started changing. More so I think me being a mother started seeing that in my children, and that whole concept, which started off with that online education, which maybe initially was different, it was new, it was exciting, but it was something which was very difficult to sustain with children. और पहली बार ये हो रहा था कि we had nowhere to go but in our homes, and I realized that we are still very fortunate. And can you imagine what must be happening to people living in small one-bedroom homes? For them, the outlet was their work. The outlet for the children was their school. And is Doran, everything shut down. And I'm very happy, Asha and Geeta, that I'm able to, through Nargizat Foundation, join hands with you. I think together we can really reach out to so many people. And in this lockdown, I think the biggest mental upheaval I've had was frustration, anger, and I think all the negative words you can put together, I've gone through that whole upheaval. Just seeing the helplessness, the helplessness that I couldn't really reach out to as many people as I should have. It could be in their illness, it could be the patients who are going through cancer treatment, which couldn't complete their treatment, it could be children out of school, their mental health, the family's mental health. It was a very difficult and trying time for everyone. And I think this platform, when you said that we just need to be there and tell people you're not alone. It was not just you who went through it. It has been all of us. We all have gone through this crazy seesaw of emotions. And I think it's time that we reach out to each other. Just knowing that there's someone out there, who feels the same way, who's someone out there who can hold our hand. So I am really the first time feeling positive that something good is happening and we can really reach out and help a lot of people. So everyone who's here on Facebook Live today, I want to say, break those shackles, come out, reach out, and just know that we are all here for you. So thank you very much for having me here, and thank you everyone for being here today. Thanks. And Sanjay ji, why don't you take over from here, because I think you will be able to give the right scenario of what has happened in this past 2 years on ground. So Sanjay ji, please, I invite you to say a few words.
नहीं कह सकता मैं, लेकिन हाँ मैं समझता हूँ ये एक बहुत अच्छा प्रयास है, बहुत अच्छा एफर्ट है। मेरा मन फाउंडेशन, इसके जरिए अगर मानसिक रूप से जो बहुत परेशान हैं, जो अपनी तकलीफ में हैं, खासकर ये जो पैंडेमिक आया पिछले साल और उसके बाद लगातार आज भी उसका असर है, ये दिख रहा है। और उस हिसाब से मैंने एक बार सोचा कि सरकारों ने, एजेंसियों ने एक सर्वे किया, एक गिनती की, काउंटिंग की, जिसके तहत बताया कि भाई इतने लोगों को कोरोना हो गया। जैसे गीता को भी कोरोना हो गया था, इनके जैसे बहुत लाखों करोड़ों लोगों को कोरोना हुआ, पूरी दुनिया में हुआ। और उसके बाद रोज रोज ये भी खबर आती थी कि इतने लोग ठीक हो गए। दुर्भाग्यवश कुछ लोगों की जान चली गई, कुछ लोग मर गए, कुछ लोग आज भी एक संघर्ष कर रहे हैं। लेकिन इस पूरे लॉकडाउन में या फिर पैंडेमिक का जो इम्पैक्ट था, उसमें एक बड़ी संख्या में ऐसे लोग थे जिनको पता ही नहीं था उनको क्या बीमारी हुई, जिनको समझ में ही नहीं आया, शायद वो अभी भी नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं। तो एक मानसिक रूप से जो एकदम से एक मेंटल ट्रॉमा होता है, जब मेंटल स्ट्रेस होता है, उसके तहत करोड़ों लोग आज पूरी दुनिया में हैं। कुछ लोगों ने उसको ठीक किया, कुछ लोग अभी तक ठीक नहीं हो पाए हैं, कुछ लोग एक्सेप्ट करने को तैयार नहीं है कि उनको किसी प्रकार की एक मानसिक समस्या है या उस तकलीफ में है, उस कष्ट में है। तो ऐसे में मेरा मन फाउंडेशन की तरफ से एक अपील करना और एक लोगों से जुड़ने की कोशिश करना कि अगर आपको इस प्रकार का कोई कष्ट है, आपके दिमाग में ऐसी कोई बातें हैं, तो आइए हम आपके साथ जुड़ेंगे और आपको एक रास्ता दिखाएंगे कि हर अंधेरे के बाद एक उजाला होता है, हर रात के बाद एक सुबह होती है। तो बिल्कुल इस मानसिक तनाव के बाद भी एक कहीं ना कहीं एक जीने की एक राह है और उस राह पे हम सबको चलना पड़ेगा। और इसलिए मेरा मन फाउंडेशन के इस प्रयास को मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहूंगा। होता ये है कि लाइफ में अप्स एंड डाउन्स लगे रहते हैं, उतार चढ़ाव लगे रहते हैं। होता ये है कि जब हम कोई काम करने वाले लोग होते हैं तो हमेशा कामयाबी नहीं मिलती, हमेशा सफलता नहीं मिलती है। और खासकर लॉकडाउन के समय तो ऐसा था कि पूरी दुनिया ही असफल हो गई थी। ऐसा लग रहा था कि पूरा देश फेल हो गया है, हम सब फेल हो गए, हमारी सरकारें फेल हो गई, हमारा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन फेल हो गया है। जिनके ऊपर हमको भरोसा था वो सब फेल हो गए, हम पर जिनको भरोसा था उनको लग रहा था कि मैं भी फेल हो गया, हम सब फेल हो गए। तो एक 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 असफलता या फेलियर, या फिर कहें कि एक 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 ऐसी स्थिति की अब क्या होगा किसी को पता ही नहीं था। एक ऐसी बीमारी, एक ऐसी महामारी जिसका कोई इलाज भी समझ में नहीं, आज भी किसी को इलाज समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। वैक्सीन के बारे में भी ये तरह तरह की बातें कर रहे हैं, बहुत परेशान है, पता लगाने की कोशिश करती है, जिनने वैक्सीन में आज भी वो परेशान हाल में। तो इस परेशान हाल में कैसे लोग अच्छी जिंदगी जिए, कैसे लोग एक एक व्यवस्थित जिंदगी जिए और एक मानसिक तनाव से पूरी तरह से मुक्त होकर के जिए, ये एक बहुत बड़ी चुनौती है, एक हर इंसान के सामने एक चुनौती है। और उस चुनौती को मेरा मन फाउंडेशन ने स्वीकार किया और इस चुनौती को दूर करने का एक संकल्प लिया है। तो मैं इस जूम मीटिंग के माध्यम से, इस वर्चुअल मीटिंग के माध्यम से जो भी लोग देख रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं, या जिन लोगों तक ये बात जा सकती है, उन सबसे पहले मैं यही अपील करूंगा कि अगर ऐसी कोई बात है तो उसको स्वीकार करिए, उसको स्वीकार करिए और इसमें घबराने की कोई जरूरत नहीं। मैं एक हमारे गांव में कहावत थी, कही जाती थी कि मन के हारे हार है, मन के जीते जीत। अगर आप मन से हार गए तो हार जाएंगे, और मन से अगर अंदर से जीते हुए हैं तो हर लड़ाई जीत सकते हैं। तो ये संकट है, बहुत बड़ा संकट था। बहुत लोगों की नौकरियां चली गई, बहुत लोग जो वर्क फ्रॉम होम का जो एक नया कॉन्सेप्ट आया उसमें आधे लोगों की जॉब चली गई, बहुत लोगों की सैलरी आधी हो गई, बहुत लोग आज भी नौकरी ढूंढ रहे हैं, बिजनेस ढूंढ रहे हैं। बहुत जो छोटे छोटे व्यापारी लोग थे, जो बड़े जो अच्छे जो ठीक ठाक बिजनेस कर रहे थे, उनका पूरा बिजनेस ही बंद हो गया, कोलैप्स हो गया है। और पूरी इकोनॉमी कह सकते हैं एकदम ढह गई है, इकोनॉमी बिखर गई है इकोनॉमी। इसमें इसका इसका जो प्रभाव है, इसका बैड इफेक्ट है या इसका साइड इफेक्ट है, वो सामान्य लोगों पे, जो जनरल लोग होते हैं, जिनका कोई आगे पीछे नहीं होता, जो सिर्फ जीवन में काम करना जानते हैं और उसी के जरिए वो जीते रहते हैं, उन लोगों पर बहुत बुरा असर पड़ा है। और संवारे, सुधारे, और उनके पीछे जो पूरी दुनिया है, पूरा परिवार है, पूरा संसार, उस संसार को से बचा के रखे, इसके लिए हम सबकी जिम्मेदारी बनती है, हम सबकी जवाबदारी बनती है कि ऐसे लोगों के साथ हम खड़े रहें। और ऐसे लोग जो अपने आप को अकेला महसूस कर रहे हैं और उस अकेलेपन की मार से जो अंदर अंदर टूट रहे हैं, उनको फिर से कैसे खड़ा किया जाए, फिर से कैसे जोड़ा जाए, यही एक प्रयास मुझे लगता है कि मेरा मन फाउंडेशन का है। और इस फाउंडेशन के जो अपने थेरेपिस्ट हैं, गीता हैं, आशा जी हैं, और बाकी उनके सारे जो ग्रुप के लोग हैं, ये सभी लोग मिलकर के एक बड़ा जो वर्ग है वो सबको ताकत दे, सबको साथ में लेके चलें और सबको फिर से खड़ा होने की एक प्रेरणा दे, मोटिवेशन दें। इस प्रकार की मैं एक उम्मीद करता हूँ। और मेरा मन फाउंडेशन जो एक मानसिक रूप से जो परेशान हाल में लोग हैं, जो अंदर से टूटे हुए लोग हैं, उन सबको शक्ति दे, ताकत दे, उन सबको, क्योंकि अगर वो खड़े होंगे तो ही देश खड़ा होगा। क्योंकि पिछले एक 18 महीने से ऐसा देखा जा रहा है कि पूरे देश को घर में बंद कर दिया गया। कोरोना से लड़ना चाहिए, कोरोना से लड़ना था, लेकिन कोरोना करना नहीं, हमको डराया गया। हम और जिस तरीके से मीडिया के माध्यम से नियमित तौर पर जो खबरें आती रही, जो खबरें प्रचारित और प्रसारित होती रही, उसकी वजह से भी लोग बहुत डर गए, बहुत परेशान हो गए। तो ये डर लोगों के मन से अब निकालना पड़ेगा, और इस डर के बाद जो उनका सब कुछ बिखर गया है, उस बिखराव को दूर करना पड़ेगा। उस बिखराव को समेटने के लिए मेरा मन फाउंडेशन एक शक्ति की तरह, एक स्तंभ की तरह, एक सबके साथ खड़ा रहे, एक टावर की तरह खड़ा रहे, और पूरी दुनिया का जो पुनर्निर्माण होना है, एक पूरे राष्ट्र का पुनर्निर्माण होना है, समाज को फिर से खड़ा होना है, उसमें मुझे लगता है कि मेरा मन फाउंडेशन आने वाले दिनों में एक बहुत बड़ी भूमिका निभाएगा। और मैं इस फाउंडेशन को, इस फाउंडेशन जुड़े सभी साथियों को बहुत सारी शुभकामना देता हूँ। और एक बड़ा वर्ग, एक बहुत बड़ी संख्या में लोग इससे लाभान्वित हो, इससे उनको फायदा मिले, और इसके जरिए एक बार फिर से समाज का हर वर्ग, हर व्यक्ति, हर छोटा से छोटा, बड़ा से बड़ा व्यक्ति फिर से खड़ा हो और अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन वो जारी रखे सोसाइटी में, कम्युनिटी में, अपने परिवार में, फैमिली में। और और बस मैं इतना ही कहूँगा। और एक फिर से गीता को, वासा जी को, और मेहुल तो नहीं है शायद, मेहुल गए हुए के बाद आप सभी लोगों को मैं बहुत सारी शुभकामना देता हूँ। आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट टू all of you for this wonderful effort, the wonderful campaign, and I hope that this campaign will be very successful. And at the end of the day, this campaign will be helpful to lakhs of people of our country, of our city, and so that the country will stand up again to go ahead from here. Thank you very much for inviting me for this conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanjay ji. Thank you so much. That was really encouraging. Thank you. And Priya ji also thank you. I would request, आपने संजय जी कहा एक इंस्पिरेशन जो होते हैं, तो कहाँ से इंस्पिरेशंस आते हैं, और वन ऑफ द इंस्पिरेशंस जो हमारे मिशन एम्बेसडर भी हैं वो इस वक्त यहाँ पे मौजूद हैं। तो एजाज जी प्लीज टेल अस अबाउट व्हाट यू थिंक एंड your bold stand. I think it is an extremely bold stand to stand up, on TV, on national TV, on international TV, and take a stand for yourself and mental health care. So I hand over this space to you. Thank you. Welcome.
Now you can hear me? पहली बात तो थैंक यू वेरी 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 मच। लीना मेरी बहुत अच्छी दोस्त है और उनके थ्रू मैं गीता जी और आशा जी को जानता हूँ। इनफैक्ट मैं उनके पास बहुत साल पहले एक बार गया भी था थेरेपी के लिए। और देखिए, तब जब मैं गया था तब मुझे लगता था नहीं यार, कैसे लोग थेरेपी लेते हैं, मैं पागल थोड़ी हूँ, मुझे थोड़ी कुछ हुआ है, मैं पढ़ा लिखा हूँ, मैंने इंजीनियरिंग की है, I'm fairly successful at life. और हमें बचपन से ये सिखाया गया है, come on be a man, you gotta face things. वो भी सिखाया जाता है, ये भी सिखाया जाता है कि आपके पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है, you have to deal with whatever cards you're dealt with in life. So मेरी समझ इसके बारे में जो भी है वो बहुत लिमिटेड है और मेरे अपने एक्सपीरियंस है। पहली बात तो मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ। और दूसरी बात, मैं इतना ओवरवेल्म्ड हूँ, मैं आपको बता नहीं सकता। आप सब लोग मुझे यहाँ बोल रहे हैं आई एम द मिशन एम्बेसडर। माय हार्ट इज वेलिंग अप व्हेन यू से थिंग्स लाइक दैट, बिकॉज यहाँ जो लोग भी जितने भी बातें कर रहे हैं, आई एम श्योर दे आर टॉकिंग फ्रॉम एक्सपीरियंस आल्सो, बट आई हैव व्हाट डू आई से, अ वेरी मिक्स्ड एक्सपीरियंस इन माय लाइफ when I have dealt with any mental health issues, when I have addressed it, when I have acknowledged it, or when I have accepted it in life, and when I decided to do something about it. पहले बात तो अपने आप से डील करना पड़ता है, फिर बाद में अनफॉर्चुनेटली एक स्टिग्मा है अटैच्ड है अपनी सोसाइटी में कि अरे अच्छा, he's taking therapy, अच्छा, he's seeing somebody because of his mental health issues, तो ठीक है। You know, we don't necessarily understand the traumas that they're facing, the issues that they're facing. हमारे फैमिली में भी नहीं समझते, unfortunately. तो जब लीला ने कहा कि they are building this up, and they have a panel of doctors, they have a panel of educated people to deal with any person who has a mental health issue. Now, I will tell you, I come from a space of privilege. अगर मुझे समझ में आ गया मुझे कुछ इश्यूज है, मुझे ये भी समझ में आ गया कि मुझे डॉक्टर के पास जाना है। अगर मुझे बुखार होता है तो मैं फिजिशियन के पास जाता हूँ, अगर मुझे मेंटल हेल्थ इश्यूज होते हैं मैं मेंटल हेल्थ स्पेशलिस्ट के पास जाता हूँ। बट the problem also is when I advise my friends or when I advise a lot of kids who ask me कि हमें क्या करना चाहिए, most of them can't afford it. They can't afford it. They don't have the know-how कि किसके पास जाना चाहिए. They पहले बात तो they're already confused with what's going on with them. Then they're even more confused how to deal with it. So I think यहाँ with मेरा मन फाउंडेशन a big part of that issue is addressed. कि अगर आपको कोई भी issue है, this is the number you can call, this is what you can do, and we will help you. It's as simple as that. And I think for anyone who is dealing with any kind of confusion, any kind of mental health issue, this will be such a big relief. I wish I had that kind of thing when I didn't realize what was happening with me. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for making me a part of this. And secondly, what it was like to address these things. I don't generally talk about it because that was the first time कि मैंने कुछ मेरे childhood trauma को address किया था किसी और के सामने. Forget किसी और के सामने. I addressed it on national television in front of everyone. So तब I wasn't equipped और मुझे समझ में भी नहीं आया कि मेरे साथ क्या हो सकता है. I did it on a whim कि जब मैं बिग बॉस में गया था तो वहाँ every day you have to face your fears. You learn not to run away from conflict. तो जब ऐसा मौका आया तो मुझे लगा कि यार अगर मैं इस वक्त अपने आप से झूठ बोलूंगा तो जिंदगी भर झूठ बोलता रहूंगा और मैं एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर पाऊंगा इसे. So that was one of the reasons why I did it. And another reason was that if a fairly successful person like me आगे आके कहता है कि I had childhood traumas और उसके वजह से I'm dealing with a few issues and there is a way to deal with it. आप डॉक्टर की मदद ले सकते हो, आप थेरेपिस्ट की मदद ले सकते हो. So I think forget a lot of people getting inspired by my story. A lot of kids especially can be guided कि यार हम ये कर सकते हैं. संजय जी और बहुत सारे प्रिया जी भी अभी एक चीज को एड्रेस कर रही थी जो लॉकडाउन हुआ. लॉकडाउन में कैसे we had to deal with our loneliness. लॉकडाउन में कैसे even if we were not living alone, we were trapped in a jail with a lot of people. ऐसा सिचुएशन जिंदगी में कभी नहीं आया, इतना अनप्रेसिडेंटेड सिचुएशन कि आप 24 घंटे किसी के साथ जी रही हो. हमेशा ऐसा होता था कि आप स्कूल या कॉलेज के लिए बाहर जाते हो या किसी काम के लिए बाहर जाते हो, लेकिन वो नहीं होता. मेरे साथ कुछ और हुआ. मेरे साथ इनफैक्ट वेल रिनाउंड एक्टर फ्रॉम आवर फ्रेटर्निटी passed away. He took his own life. So that really traumatized me. And I was alone. I didn't know how to deal with that. 3 दिन तक तो I was numb. मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा था what I was feeling. And then the calls started coming and my friends started calling me saying, "अरे तू ठीक है ना?" And that triggered me even more. और मुझे लगने लगा यार अगर वो बेचारे के साथ ऐसा हुआ है, that person will have passed away, but why are people thinking of me in that context? तो तब मुझे लगने लगा मेरे दोस्त शायद मुझे मेरे अपने समझ से ज्यादा वो समझते हैं. And they also realized that I might need help at that time. And seriously, if there was a helpline like this, it would have really, really helped me. So coming back to Mera Man Foundation again, thank you so much for. I'm very, very honored, and I will take this responsibility atrociously seriously. Don't worry, especially because I am not only speaking words; I speak from experience, and I think it is. मुझे अभी लगता है मेरी जिंदगी में if I am associated with anyone or anything, it has to be. It doesn't necessarily have to be for my benefit. It has to be for the greater benefit. Then automatically, आप खुदाई कहिए, nature कहिए, जो भी कहिए, it propels you into success. It propels you into your goals. So this is.
So you've gone mute. Yeah.
I know. I'm back. I was getting a call. So I believe this is for the greater good. and I believe this is the way forward. And I just want to thank you guys for making me a part of this, and I promise you I will take my responsibilities. Thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Ejaz. Thank you so much, firstly, for coming forward and supporting this great cause, and for talking so open-heartedly with all of us. It means a lot. And when I personally talk about healing post the trauma, post the illness or whatever, for me personally, the major thing that heals me is music. And I have two great maestros that I look forward to and look up to. राजू सिंह जी, जिन्होंने मुझे बहुत सालों से गाइड किया है, देखा है, और हरी जी जो शायद उनकी आवाज हम सबको यूं ही naturally magically heal कर देती है. So I want to talk to both of you. Firstly, Hari ji, thank you so much for being here and giving your time and healing us with your presence already. I would love to know. Namaste.
Namaskar. Yeah, I'm very happy. We are all here. And we are launching our dream, Mera Man Foundation. और ये मेरा मन फाउंडेशन बहुत जरूरी चीज है. इस तरीके के this kind of foundations where you can actually get to talk to people, your heart, your mind. बातें से अगर आप बात करोगे, मन हल्का हो जाएगा आपका, and the chain which drags you down is broken there and then. We as a race have stopped communicating. We talk to iPads, we talk to telephones, we talk on the phone. But actually, when you meet people, you don't know how to converse. With us, it's bad, and it's even worse with the youngsters. So why don't we go back when you can आँख से आँख मिलाइएगा और बातें कीजिएगा. ये बहुत जरूरी है. And Mera Man Foundation is there, present with all their therapists and friends, ready to talk to people. And we have to make it known to people. We have to make it known to people that there is a foundation of this sort. But you have nothing. There is no strings attached. You want to talk, you have a problem, just dial in and talk. It's as simple as that. Families. हमारे फैमिली में सब एक लड़का वहां पे बैठा है, बहू वहां पे बैठी है, दूसरा लड़का यहाँ बैठा है. Lalita is somewhere in the corner. I'm in the corner. My mom is sitting and singing something. But during the COVID, during this pandemic for the last 1.5 years, I'll tell you something. I have talked with my mother about my entire life at least 2 times in this COVID period. It's amazing. You feel you have suddenly I've gone back to the 1960s and 70s, And it's and there are boxes and there are memories which you're not clear about. There are questions which you want you want the answer for, about situations, about people, about happenings. And I'll tell you something. It's even if small things, the moment you get a what do you call it, QED for that, the answer for that disappears out of your mind. It doesn't dwell on your mind. अच्छा, उस ज़माने में उस शाम को क्या हुआ? उनके साथ क्या हुआ? These things. That's because there's conversation. That's the most important thing. And your neighbors, you have to get close to your neighbors. मुझे मालूम है कि 4th floor में कौन रहता है. Maybe I know the people who come to the board meeting where we all fight, society meeting होता है ना, ये पानी नहीं आया यार, ये क्या आया नहीं आया करके, but वो करते करते झगड़ा करते करते दोस्ती हो गई उनसे. This is communication. Even when you meet in the lift, you start chatting because दोस्ती हो गई. तो इस तरीके से मेरा ये कहना है कि एक दूसरे से बात करें, because it's only you and me for each other. कोई डिमका नहीं आने वाला है. It's a person in your house or next to you or your friends. You hold on to your friends. आप देखिएगा कोविड पीरियड में you would have noticed कि एक टाइम था we were in constant touch with all our friends. Then it stopped. We started communicating with our friends because we were so much into ourselves, into our problems. When the pandemic went up, घबरा गए हम, क्या करेंगे करके, we stopped talking because we had nothing to talk. And we don't like to, as human beings, we don't like to exhibit our despair. We don't like to say that we are troubled. And we want to put that extra smile. You know, when a person is extra, jovial, or when they laugh too much, they're actually very tense in life. So it happens that you stop communicating the people who are very close to you. So don't go back. Hey, share market ko kya hal hai yaar, batao. You know, kind of things like what do you do? Let's go out somewhere. Let's wear a mask and just have a good time. Let's meet up. Ye jo normal life hai, that is very important. And we have to talk. Parents have to talk to children. Children have to talk to
Lalita is. Hello, Lalita, can you hear us? So, is there an internet issue? Lalita, we can't hear you also. Yeah.
Now it's come on?
Yes, but we've lost Hari. Where is he? We can't find him.
Hari is, you're online?
No, should I leave and connect?
Why don't you come here? Simple, yes.
Phones in the same room.
We are all on our respective instruments.
Okay. And at a respectable distance. Yeah.
Yeah. That is also to be maintained during COVID. So we don't share space.
आ रहे हैं?
क्या हुआ?
Join.
He's back.
Okay, I'll just admit.
The meeting host will let you in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've let him in. There's time lag, I think. Joining दिखा रहा है, but.
Okay. तो हरी जी शायद हमें ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं वापस से. राजू जी आपसे बात करना चाहेंगे. एक तो बहुत बड़ा वाला हैप्पी वाला हेलो. मुझे याद है मैं जब रियलिटी शो में हम लोग थे तब राजू जी सुबह सुबह आके हमें प्रैक्टिस करवाते थे और वो पॉजिटिविटी लेकर हम अपना दिन शुरू कर देते. आपकी जो क्यूट सी प्यारी सी जो स्माइल है उसके साथ हमारा दिन शुरू होता था. तो आई एम श्योर आपके आसपास के लोग तो आपकी वजह से, आपकी स्माइल की वजह से हील हो ही जाते होंगे. बट हाउ डू यू डील विद थिंग्स और dips in the energies, or how do you deal with those times?
Prajakta, I was healing with your smile. No, but thank you, Prajakta.
Okay.
I mean, there's Hariji.
So, इनका
Hariji.
Let me talk about my experience with therapy, because that's what we are all about. My wife Lalita is a therapist, and Asha is also done my therapy. Yes. ये क्या हो गया?
That was really loud therapy at some point.
नहीं, ये तो क्या हो गया था? मेरी जान, मेरी जान, मेरी जान, मेरी जान, मेरी जान, ऐसा कुछ हो. Yeah. So coming back, so therapy, number one, you have to be open-hearted to go to a therapist and talk to them. Trust them. Let yourself in. Talk about your problem. Totally open yourself up. And then believe in it. Believe in it that there is a cure for your trauma. That belief is the most important thing. You can't be skeptical about it. And we have to tell people that this is a platform, this is a center where you could come and just talk to the people there, who will listen to you, who will listen to your mind, your heart, and will talk to you. And that's going to help you. That's all. And we will be in a position, I'm really looking forward for our foundation to help thousands of people. And I'm a part of this foundation, wishing you all the best, wishing myself the best, because I'm going to be a part of it. And in whatever way I can be of service to this foundation, I'm there. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hariji.
Hariji, ये तो हमारा गाना.
राजू भाई क्या है?
बस I think हमारा तो गाना बनाना बनता है कि आंखों से आंख तो मिलाइए, कुछ बातें तो करिएगा. आपने जो बोला था, I think तो गाना बनना चाहिए. Okay, but what I'd like to say is, I'd just like to share something कि हम सब को हमारे दिमाग में बातें चलती हैं, things which trouble, you don't have answers to. और जैसे this COVID situation में where हम सब घर पे थे, पूरी फैमिली घर पे थी. It was good opportunity जहाँ सब लोग एक दूसरे के साथ बैठ के मिल के बातें किए हमने. बट ऐसा मौका आ जाता था क्योंकि इतना लंबा ये कोविड सिचुएशन चला गया है कि कुछ बातें दिमाग में जो चल रही होती थी, एक डर होता था आगे क्या है. Is the scene going to change? Is the work going to be the same? कुछ और सोचना पड़ेगा. सबके दिमाग में ये सब चीजें चलती. तो वो जो lot of things which you don't have answers to, वो दिमाग में एक प्रॉब्लम बन के चलती हैं. तो ये सिचुएशन में, besides this, I had other things in my head or something. So I would just basically put on a web series, keep watching it. जब खत्म हो जाए, बाद में I would realize, अरे जब खत्म हो गया, वापस मेरे thoughts तो वहीं आ गए. Watch another web series, you know. So हम क्या करते हैं, हम अपनी प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्यूशन निकालने से पहले उससे भागते हैं. And actually वो भागना कुछ solution नहीं है, क्योंकि the moment you finish that core, I mean, आपके दिमाग में तो वही बात है और solve नहीं हुआ है.
It's like when you have a drink to forget things and you get up with a hangover.
Yeah. Correct. And you're back there again the next morning. Yeah, वही बात. So I think it's, yeah, I think we should take it as a blessing. The moment you realize that you don't have an answer to something, that's the time immediately you need to speak to someone, because sometimes the other person is not even going to guide you. सिर्फ बात करने से आपको अपना solution खुद मिलता है, और अगर immediately वो नहीं होता तो सामने वाला जो अपना perspective देता है उससे कई solutions निकल पाते हैं, और वही रास्ते हैं उसमें से गुजरने के. तो I would just say मेरा मन फाउंडेशन has provided this thing कि कितने लोग अकेले भी रह रहे हैं और कितने लोग जो सबके साथ भी रह रहे हैं तो भी बात नहीं कर पाते. तो this is the place where it's made so easy कि कनेक्ट करें, आप बात करें, अपने सॉल्यूशंस को एक रास्ता मिलने का मौका दीजिए. आई थिंक इससे बड़ी बात और क्या हो सकती है. और आई थिंक वी नीड टू गेट दिस फोबिया ऑफ द हेड के जो पहले के जनरेशन में होता था कि साइकियाट्रिस्ट या किसी के पास जाने से मतलब क्या आदमी क्या सोचेगा कि मैं पागल हूँ, ऐसा वो सब बातें. आई थिंक वी नीड टू खुद देखना चाहिए कि कैसे दुनिया बदली. के पिछले मोर देन अ डेकेड बैक आई थिंक हमारे स्कूल्स में बच्चों के लिए काउंसलर्स होते हैं, पहले नहीं होते थे. You know, so it's an important thing कि बच्चे को अगर बात करने की जरूरत है, हम तो एडल्ट्स हैं और हम जितना अंदर रखेंगे, I think that's no solution. This is the place I think मेरा फाउंडेशन, I love the idea that इन्होंने इतने लोगों को हेल्प करने के लिए जो जगह बनाई है कि कोई बात कर सके. I think आशा जी, गीता जी, all the best, and I think you're really going to be able to help a lot of people. You know. Absolutely. Thank you for making
Thank you so much, Raju ji. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Hari ji. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what I loved in between the two of this, I caught only one line, which was that we'll compose a song, and then I'm assuming that song will also come to Mera Man Foundation.
Yes. Hari ji, आपने वो लाइन बोली थी ना, आंखों से.
ये तो क्या है ना, कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ करते. हाँ, क्योंकि हम ये काम करते तो हम जरूर करेंगे इसकी. है ना राजू?
ये हमारा वादा है, कर लेंगे.
Thank you so much. And I want to invite Aishwarya and Rohit. So जैसे गीता जी ने बताया कि when I speak to Aishwarya, it's very encouraging because at one moment immediately her first response is करते हैं, जो है let's do it and we will not back off and I'm here to support you, just move on. And I personally want to thank Aishwarya for her patience a lot, because I think I spoke to her 2 months ago, and then after 15 days, Aishwarya, I'm still working at it. Then another 15 days, still hold on, please don't go away, I'm right here. So thank you so much, Aishwarya. So I'd like to hear what you have to say.
I'm never going to go away, Asha. I'm stuck to you like a leech. Well, for me, honestly, I think this Mera Man Foundation began 10 years back when I came in contact with Asha and Geeta. And I was again one of those who thought कि ये therapy क्या है, उसके लिए आपको बड़ा spiritual होना पड़ता है. And I was somebody who was completely close to the idea. Now I was forced into going and meeting Asha because I was physically suffering with an ailment. And I call her my miracle healer because she actually could do everything that these people in these lab coats are supposed to do for me. I was healed to an extent that today, when we are talking about COVID, I could deal with the situation in a far better manner. Why? Because me and Rohit as partners, we went for all those therapies recommended by Asha together with a very open mind. You know, a lot of people are saying that, I will let you speak 2 minutes. You know, a lot of people, of course, COVID has been a very difficult time for all of us here, and we've all had our share of unusual circumstances and in these unusual times. But I never thought that I would be able to deal with these 2 years ka separation from my family, because my family lives abroad. And in the midst of all this, my father fell sick. I haven't seen him still. It's been 2 years. I could never think that I could deal with all this so beautifully. And I thank all the therapy sessions that me and Rohit had together as partners. You know, when you go on social media, you just think, oh, life is so good. Everybody's enjoying themselves. Life is la da 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 da. But that's not how it is. And we as partners did face a few issues. And thanks to communicating with our therapists, thanks to communicating with each other, that we could, you know, connect so much more these past 2 years of being home, being together, being in each other's face, and eventually enjoy each other's presence to an extent that now that I go back to my shoot, I just want to come back home because this has become my safe space.
Oh, thank you.
So, you know, I'm not somebody who can speak about such a loaded subject of therapy, and, you know, people are psychiatrists out there, you know, they understand the workings of the brain far better than I do. But like even Ejaz said, you know, this is coming from a personal experience, and communication to your own self is the key to survive in these unusual circumstances.
Hannah?
That's the only contribution you have, Hannah.
No, because what I think is, thankfully we met Asha before the COVID era, COVID situation. So हम दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ आराम से जी सके थे. We could handle each other much in a better way.
In a far better manner, and we are kind of proud of ourselves that, you know, we actually allowed those therapies to work on us, because we could keep our minds open. So it was difficult initially to be just home, but I think 10 days or 15 days into it, we understood that, okay, this is a golden opportunity to bond better, to become better human beings, to be more empathetic. So this is how I see COVID. And having said all that, I just feel that Mera Man Foundation, there have been times, I'm an actor, Rohit he works behind the camera. There have been times that, you know, we have our ups and downs as artists. And sometimes there's work, sometimes there isn't. So there was a time when there was a financial crunch in our lives. And I would think, okay, you know, going to a therapist is going to cost this much money. Beta, apne dimag mein khud hi kar le conversation.
हाँ, तू मेरे को बोल, मैं तेरे को बोलता हूँ, एक दूसरे को ठीक कर लेंगे.
But thankfully, Asha and Geeta, they've always been there, you know, money or no money. And I'm so glad that Mera Man Foundation is now finally there for everybody. You know, now people can talk about their issues without having to think, ke, yaar, itne paise lag jayenge. So thank you, Asha. Thank you so much, Geeta, for, you know, including us. It's really an honor, and we really hope that in whatever capacity that we can, we be an integral part of this mission.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, you are an integral part of our lives and the mission as an extended form of that story. So thank you once again. We have Marian here and we have Tulin here. So Marian is my teacher, Tulin is my teacher. We are also very, very closely associated with each other. I would like Marian to say something, because this is also going to go international. It's an international story whereby we are opening it up to all therapists across the globe. They can sign up to be therapists. And if there are people across the globe who need help, of a very simple example, in the last couple of months, I have received calls, and I think most of my colleagues here would have received calls from people across the globe just wanting to talk to somebody. And these are frontline workers, you know, like medicos, doctors. They wanted to just talk to somebody. Maybe they just don't want any help. They just want to speak to someone who will understand them, not judge them, and help them to just be and not lose faith or lose hope. So we spoke to Marian, and she was like, immediately, yes, I'm with you, Tulin. In fact, we have an ongoing shamanic workshop happening. So she's a very, very, very dear person to me. She's right here. And Turkey right now is in a bit of a turmoil. So maybe first we request Marian to say a few words. Then we would request Tulin to say a few words. And we have a new perspective then. We have a good perspective. Marian, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, dear Asha. And thank you everyone for speaking so beautifully loud. And I do not speak Hindi officially, but I do think that I understood a lot. And I want to thank you for the open sharing and the way it is done and the support. And I heard a lot of things that I immediately agreed, and I feel even more home, because what we do need is connection and sharing, and give people a platform, excuse me, where they can communicate. And when the gentleman was singing and speaking, he said, we as a race, we lost communicating. And then the communication was gone for a short while, but it came back. the power of words, the resonance of what we talk about. It is all in life. I am very happy with this initiative that Asha and Geeta and the whole group have taken here, because India is a very special country. It is as big as a continent. You know better than I how many languages and how many people do you have. And it is full of intellect. And I don't know which country of the world is first world or third world, but in my view, India definitely is not third world. It is the oldest, maybe, at least definitely part of it. And it has a lot of wisdom to share. And when I started many years ago, when my hair was still brown, with this kind of work, I did read Bhagavad Gita and other stories, and I found it amazing, but I didn't really believe in reincarnation. I just did my work. I educated myself, I went on, and now I know how beautiful and how deep is the truth of the past. And when we only communicate, when we only tell our stories, what happens now resonates in the tissue. We know this as therapists. We talk about it. All of you gathering here, you have the courage to open and to speak and to listen to others. But many people do not have that possibility. And they do not know that when you resonate with collective fear now, that in your tissue there may be collective fear of your ancestors that you cannot handle, but it is there and it makes you tremble. So when you find one of these persons here, and I don't know who is listening to my voice now, but I invite you, we are genuine and honest human beings with a dedication to therapy to help each other. And this foundation gives the platform, and I'm very grateful for it, and I will contribute in many ways, and Asha knows exactly what my institute and myself may have to offer, and you are very welcome. Spread the word. I will share whatever I can share with you, because this needs to be shared for humanity. We are in a transition time, and we need each other, and it doesn't matter what color. That has never been the point. We are a light of the divine, and we have different experiences, and we will connect. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mariam. Thank you. And there will be more to flow in the coming years. Yes, wow. Judith, may I request you?
I would like to say hello to everyone and inviting me. I'm really proud to be part of it. And because since I met with India, I really deeply feeling connected. As we are all connected as all creatures, not only the human, but all the nature and the plants and animals and everything, all the elements, air, fire, water, and earth. And we are experiencing beings, and Mother Earth is welcoming us for this experience. And since I'm in this field, I was searching and looking, because I was trained as an engineer, but it wasn't enough. So that search, that urge coming from my heart and coming from my soul brought me to see different perspective and different level of the healings, because we all start first from us, then we see the outside world. So since we are all connected, whole the body is also connected, all the cells. So it's a kind of universe inside and universe outside, and we have an illusion of separation. So when Asha said to me mental health, I was thinking, because in my country, in Turkey, is also when you talk about mental or psyche or psychology, it's a kind of, everybody is quite allergic and distant because they don't want to be judged. So, or in small cities, it's a quite difficult things, because you have so many issues or traumas, but to whom to trust? So I give value to this platform that Merriman Foundation opens and shares very widely, that we can have a chance to change that judgment. Then the listening will be the first part. I'm a regression therapist and a trainer. So the first thing before I say close your eyes is to listen people. And so many times I receive many people, they never share their experiences or traumas, and they say, oh my God, I'm telling this to you the first time in my life. I'm sharing first time in my life. So I give really value what we are doing, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. And I promise to do best of mine. And I'm sure together, all together, we can make it more effective, more efficient, because we are all busy. The life is busy. So like you says, everything goes with the communication, with the internet or WhatsApp or all electronics. So maybe we can add this or voice, then it's energetically and with the vibration, the healing can start. Because in our sayings of Turkey, the real doctor or real healer can start the person when the person just enters to the room. So I was thinking, what is healing? Because healing is actually originally coming from the word whole. So if you are not whole, if you lose your connection with your whole, then the problem or illness starts. So it's not only in physical level, but it's at every level. So when I start for my pray or when I start my healing, I ask healing at every level. That includes physical, emotional, sensational, in a thought level, thinking level, mental level. It's so many levels, most importantly in a psyche level, spiritual level, because we lose that connection and we are looking for a way to connect it again. Since we are all connected, when we are observing something, it's also mirroring something within us. It's very easy to blame others, but it's not easy to take responsibility. So if we take that responsibility, then I think then we can create a step, we can create a chance. So I value that chance. So thank you, Merriman Foundation. Thank you, Gita and Asha, and to giving that opportunity. And I see a beautiful people here, and beautiful heart, beautiful soul, so we can spread that beauty. Thank you.
Thank you, Tulin. Thank you. Actually, I'm so amazed, and this work never ceases to amaze me. The logo that has been designed, with Gita's right here, and it is a very beautiful logo where Gita, Mehul, and they were sitting together. Creativity was at its best. So there is a heart, there is a ear. So you speak, you express with your heart, you listen non-judgmentally, and you extend a hand, reach out to someone. So the entire pandemic, while we were doing all those webinars, which are also free of charge, and Tulin and Marion, you all were a part of that. Again, we are very grateful for supporting us in that venture to reach out to so many people at a time where we didn't know what was happening. And at that point, we realized that as therapists or psychologists or healers, this is what we have been preparing for. There will be instances where people, even we needed people. We were lucky that we finished our baggage of issues, not finished, but most of it is finished. So we can stand up and support somebody else. So you walk 2 steps and you can pull somebody else forward. So I would keep telling at least all the participants that this is what we have been preparing for. So forget about your time, forget about what it does to you, but reach out and hold the hand if somebody is extending a hand for support or help. And it worked. It worked beautifully. I think that's the reason why when Gita came up with this idea of doing something bigger than what we did, we kind of just, I think we, in Hindi, we say, naak daba ke kood gaye. You just close your nose and jump into the water. Okay, we'll see what happens. And that's what we've done. But the universe always supports. Like you mentioned, Tulin, that there is always support available, but we just need to reach out. And in that whole scenario, we had some people that we spoke to who came up immediately and said yes. One of the first people I spoke to was Manisha Devardi. She's right here. She's a psychologist. And she agreed to train all interns. That means if there are students who've completed their BA, that means their graduation or post-graduation in psychology, and education has taken a very big hit. Students are very confused. They don't know what's going to happen. So what we decided here was, let's at least work with the psychologists, interns, and train them so that once this thing kind of tides over, they can begin their own clinic. They have the support. They have the ability to understand how to move forward. Same goes for therapists who need support in interning. So this can be a clinic where they can come in. The beauty of the clinic being the clients will not be charged, but the therapist will be paid. And that can happen when the universe supports. So we will do our best. There will be funds already. We have people who have agreed to say, right, we will support you, start it. So I believe strongly that it works. And when I see the kind of support and everybody says yes, immediately, yes, it's already working. So the Manisha, when she came in, my gratitude goes out to her. We spoke to Samindra. She's right here. And I think she's also, she's a TASA student. So Marian is aware of her. Tulin has met her. Samindra she runs Disha Counseling in Mumbai. She's agreed to train the therapist, and then Manisha will intern the therapist. So it's beautiful. I think everything just fell into place. Reela, who's currently on her way to Tirupati Balaji, but she has agreed to, we've put out an intent that we need more people. It's like, अकेले चले थे कारवां बनता चला गया, वो कारवां बनाना है. We have to get more people together. It's a small group right now, but it will expand. That you join the dots and it expands across the globe. So already some psychologists who have been working in this field and have heard about us have reached out that they would like to come on board and support the foundation. So just to check, because we don't know them personally, but we will call them, we'll check what they want to do and take them on board. So that's another thing which Reela has agreed to speak to them with her experience. She'll talk about it. Then we also have Shweta Pandey. She's also traveling, I think, Udaipur somewhere, but she works with children. So we have that area covered. Children have been through a lot. I think Geeta, these are her words, that if at this age of 45, 50 or 60, if somebody were to tell us that 1/4 of your life, half of your life, you have to sit in one room, it is going to be very difficult. But for a child who's 10 or 14 or 16, almost 2 years of their lives, they haven't even stepped out. Preschoolers have begun schooling from home. And we've had 6 and 7 and 8-year-old children coming forward to say they have social anxiety. It is heartbreaking. So we need more therapists and psychologists who can reach out to children. And again, the next very important step in that space was reaching out to Amritasmi. And Shweta Chaudhary, she is the person who is the founder of Amritasmi, is a very dear friend. In fact, she also, immediately started to connect with who else can we bring on board, who else can support this mission. And probably at this moment, I would request Shweta to say, to do shabd kahiye, Shweta ji.
Thank you. If I had to say 2 words, then thank you for making me. And of course, where Geeta, Asha and gang, they're doing something, then universe will throw me or send me or somewhere I'll connect. So thank you so much. I've just been allowed for 2 words. So thank you, everybody. It was lovely listening to all of you and all the esteemed members here. And thank you so much. And I'm actually overwhelmed to be a part of this, and I'm sure to give in my best, and Amritasmi is all there in the support. Thank you so much. Thank you, Asha. Thank you, Geeta.
So yes, thank you, Shweta. We are almost, going a little bit over time, but I want to say thank you. I want to say this and express gratitude on behalf of the founders. Mehul is here, but I see him coming on and off. So I'm not sure if he's right now over here, but I will. Yeah, there he is. Mehul, would you like to say something if there's good connectivity?
Hi. So I am Mehul. A lot of people don't know about me. I'm not from the medical background or anything, or a psychologist or a therapist. It's just that I understand the importance of mental health just because people around me have suffered from it, close ones, family have suffered from it. So I understand how important this subject is, and how important it is for our country to accept that this is a problem. Like, sif pair tootna, haath tootna, or like medical things are not just the end of science, or helping. Mental health is a very big part of your being. I actually wanted to this grab this topic seriously and talk about it, so that a lot of people of my generation like extend their hand of support to people who need it. So yeah, I'm very glad to be a part of it, and like to be so thank you, Ashadi and Geeta auntie, for including me in this, and thank you everybody to join this initiative with us. And we hope that in the coming months we will create an impact, and our foundation's name would be one of the topmost entities in the country.
Thank you, Mehul. So quickly to also thank every single person who supported us. I would begin with Ejaz. Thank you so much, Ejaz. Thank you once again for this. This really means a lot to us. Priyaji and Nargis Dutt Cancer Foundation. You know, initially when Priyaji said ki that's a good thing to do, mentally jo hoga, Mera Man Foundation can handle it. Whatever help can be done through Nargis Dutt Foundation, where people have, you know, not been able to get hospital beds or any kind of support in the medical zone, then NDCF comes in, steps in, and supports as much as it can. Sanjay ji, I think, had to leave, but thank you very much. And Geeta ji will also convey our gratitude to him. Harida and Lalita, thank you so much. Yeah, none of this would have been possible without any of you if you wouldn't have come here together. Aishwarya, Rohit, thank you so much. This means so much. And Raju ji, for that awesome music that has come, the fantastic music that has come. And Prajakta is right here, so I want to say thank you to Prajakta.
मेरे तो घर की बात है, तो
घर की
thank you
बात
नहीं
है.
बोलना.
Actually अभी वही हो गया है कि सब कुछ घर की बात है, लेकिन घर वालों को हम थैंक यू बोलना भूल जाते हैं. You know, हम बाहर वालों को थैंक यू बोल देते हैं. We say thank you to others. We might say sorry to others meaning strangers, but we forget to say that to our own family members. And I think we need to do that more. We need to appreciate them more. We need to thank them more. We need to apologize if there are errors and mistakes and be honest about it. I think that will break the barriers of communication between us, all family people together. Leena, thank you. And again, ghar ki baat hai, but I want to say thank you. Yeah? And also please thank Zarina ji, because for Leena, I want to say that she has an animal shelter by the name of House of Paws, whereby they have found so many. Why don't you say about that, Leena? Like House of Paws. Just tell us a little bit about House of Paws.
It's a shelter which is near Lonavala, actually ahead of Ambi Valley. And we right now have 54 abandoned animals, which includes a bull, a horse, some dogs, cats, and birds, goats, which have been rescued from moving truck. So there are a lot of them. And when we were talking about mental health, I wanted to bring this up also very quickly. I don't know how we can help them, but there are a lot of people who have abandoned their pets and abandoned their dogs during this pandemic. Maybe the fear that they might not be able to take care of them, or probably the fear of them getting infected, because WHO did come out with a wrong information saying that cats and dogs can infect people of coronavirus. So a lot of abandonment have happened. That's why I feel maybe humans lost that connect with their own selves, because if you've got a puppy or a dog home who can't even fend for their own selves and kept them for a certain years, So, what kind of a heart are you putting it out to really put that creature on the road and say, now go, you don't belong to me. So I think those people also need a lot of help, especially mentally, because financial help, we see slum people also keeping dogs, and they keep their dogs and animals really well, barely make any money out of their living, but they're still feeding them and keeping them very well. So that is also, I think, one of the major concern, where people need to really figure out that whether they are losing connect to only humans or to animals, or they're completely losing connect with their own self. So I think once they realize that, it'll be more easier for all of us to help them, because a lot of people don't even know whether they really need help or not. So that's what I wanted to say. And I just want to bring up Ejaz once because Ejaz did come to Asha for a therapy, and I pushed him and I was like, no, you have to come. And he's like, no, not after today. No, not after today. And he never turned back. So that is something which I definitely wanted to bring it up, because now he's found his ways to, heal himself and, move forward in it. But I'm talking about 4 or 5 years back, when we used to have fights and we're like, no, you have to go for therapy. And he's like, it doesn't make sense to me. And all that used to happen back and forth. Only he agreed that I will come. And only once he came. And after that, he said, Aaj, kal, aaj. And then he never went back. So,
I addressed it. I addressed it.
Yeah. So
at that time, genuinely, I thought it would put me in a worse place. I didn't want to come face to face with what I was dealing with. Yeah. So don't worry. You're going to see a lot of me. You don't have a choice.
A lot of people need to realize that they have an issue and then come forward with it. And the taboo needs to go off from a mental health perspective, actually. So
thank you, Leena.
It is happening. It is happening.
And in therapy, we usually use the words "never ends now." I guess that's over, right? So also, while we are talking about our psychologists, we have Archana Jambusaria. Archana was here. I don't know if she's logged out or, but Archana is another person who, whenever we reach out to, she's always available, helping and genuinely coming forward with a warmth that it's very difficult to not realize that somebody cares so much for you. So I have, deep gratitude, we all, for Archana as well. And I want to thank Archana specifically also for bringing Rashmi Desai and having her come forward and, do the posts in social media. So from here on, maybe I'll take a few names which are well-known people in the television industry, even in the film industry. But this is our gratitude to them, because we need known faces for people to associate that this is possible. We can go forward. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And therefore, it's not only one thing is about a relationship, about knowing people personally and requesting them to support us. The major part and the major chunk of it is how people have shared, gone up on public social media and said that this is good, just go forward and connect with these people. So I'd like to thank Rashmi Desai also for doing her bit to support this entire venture. And Suraj Barjatia ji, a big thank you to him and his son Devansh Barjatia for their support and continuous support in this, even though it's right, it's like the directors, they are just behind the cameras, but they're there. He said, मुझसे सामने कुछ मत बुलवाना, पीछे मैं आपको जितना चाहिए उतना support कर लूंगा. So that is another interesting thing that happened. It's just beautiful how life pans out. I would want to go on a record and thank Manish Goyal, Poonam Goyal, Suraj Pancholi, Gurmeet Chaudhary, Parag Tyagi, Shefali Jariwala, Shawar Ali, Nivedita Basu, and I have a few more names. They are celebrities in their own right. So I would like to thank those people. So I think they are here, but I'll not run through the images to find where they are, but this is our gratitude on behalf of Mera Man Foundation to Dr. Mrs. Vasanti Iqbal Kachhi. She's an educationist. She's my teacher and is on the board of education. She's a very senior person. We look forward to see how we can build in the education segment for students that need assistance, help, and post-graduation, those who need to learn internship or learn the process. So we also have youngsters here. We've got Vaishnavi, Shreya, and Dia. These are young kids, but they have done their psychology and they're all out there ready to go work. We hope to provide that platform that they can come forward and help people who need support. Then Dr. Shefali Pandey, I'd like to thank her here. Dr. Rupesh Pandey, their support is extremely invaluable for us, and it has been throughout. I have it here to thank Marian and Tulin again. So thank you so much. And now I'll just quickly request Deepali to do her bit of, she is the CEO of Mera Man Foundation, Dr. Deepali Panchal.
Hello, everyone. So it is my pleasure to thank each and everyone who has supported us on behalf of Mera Man Foundation and Cloverleaf. So I'll be taking some names. I have a list with me. So Richa Chudasama, who will be heading all the therapists. So there'll be therapists who will be joining us time and again, and Richa will be training them. Then we have Manisha Devade, who is the head of the psychology team. Samindra Savant, who will train all the interns who are coming along with Disha Counseling. Dr. Reela Jha, Sapna Yamdagni, Shweta Pandey, Shweta Chaudhary from Amrit Asmi, Archana Jambusaria, Komal Khange, Jayashri Bhattad, Nandini Banerjee, Shalini Basu, Vineet Shetty, Devansh Barjatia, Simi Arora, Vaishnavi Pradhan, Shriya, Vandana Arora, Dia Furia, and Marisa Verma. Our legal, we would like to extend thanks to our legal advisor, Advocate Neha Thakkar. Our accounts department handled by Mr. Bhadresh Shah, who's the CA. Our operations head, Milinji Zaveri. Our backend team of Mangesh Yadav, Ragesh Rajak, Ambika, and Zamir. Our digital teams headed by Swapna Pikle. We would also like to thank all the various institutes who are supporting us. Disha Counseling Center, Mumbai, Yash Counseling and Therapy from Thane, Amrit Asmi, Guwahati, Mensix Institute, Marienboon, Netherlands, Unicorn Transformational Studies, Istanbul, Turkey, along with Indrani Sinha Seth Consultancy from the UAE. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Asha,
it has been an amazing experience for us. And Geeta ji, yeah, Shweta, you were saying something?
Before you close this, I think on behalf of everyone, I would really want to jump in and say a big thank you to Asha and Geeta and CLA for starting this initiative and getting us all here together and be a part of this very, very beautiful initiative. So Asha, Geeta, Deepali, you guys have been thanking and acknowledging everybody, but trust me, all of us are here on this platform and would be able to contribute whatever little we know. Just because you could think of it, it's your brainchild, and we really hope that we can walk and follow the path.
I'll extend this further, Shweta. I would like to thank Mehul, because the kind of hard work that Mehul has put in for this, I think me being so digitally impaired, I wouldn't get anywhere close to that, right? So thank you, Mehul, for being there and supporting this story. I don't know if Mehul has connectivity again, but we have some certain pointers that please watch out for the videos. Most of our lovely friends here have given us videos. Ajaz, I'm going on record to say your video is still pending. Okay? But the videos that we've recorded and received so lovingly from our friends will start being posted tomorrow on Mera Man Foundation sites, and the website is up and about.
Yes, so the landing page is on.
Yes, the landing page is on, because we want to upload these videos that come up, the challenge video. So you will receive the guidelines for that. Yes, Geeta,
yes.
Please.
The challenge video, what we are talking about, is, first of all, मेरी गलती बहुत बड़ी हो गई है कि मैंने हम सबको अपने इंडिपेंडेंस डे की बधाइयाँ नहीं दी. जब शुरू हो गया हमारा ये लाइव, I completely, it slipped off my mind. Happy Independence Day to all proud Indians. And initiative जो अभी हम शुरू कर रहे हैं is about taking this day as a beginning of saying freedom from a negative emotion. ठीक है? So we believe, all the therapists all over the world believe Once we say something, universe helps us. Abhi ye 1.5 saal, I'll come back because Marian is here, so I'll come back in English. So it is said that whatever we manifest, it happens. So why not manifest something positive? It's like been more than a year, positive has become a negative word. So let's make the positive again a positive word. Yeah. So what we are trying to do is we will write a negative word or negative emotion which was disturbing us for last 1.5 years, or maybe we are carrying that for lifetime. So maybe my word is stress. I get stressed very easily. So even if my daughter doesn't take my call for 2 minutes, I get stressed. So who's the stress? So writing, I will write stress on a piece of paper, tear it and say it ends now. From my side, I'm giving the message to the universe. This negative word from my universe is over. It ends now. So this is the word I think is been introduced by Tasso therapist, and they are very much aware. So Marian is having a smile on her face. Yes, the same thing we are starting. It ends now. So it's a very strong word of telling the universe, from my side, this thing ends now. So what we can do is we will write that. We can do anything. We can write it on a football and kick it and say it ends now. We can write it on a punching bag and say it ends now. We can just write it on a pillow ko maro, bolo, it ends now. Anything, balloon, burst the balloon and say it ends now. And then put that video on your social media account, handle, and nominate 2, 5, whatever friends you feel can respond to these things. Because the more we do, the more positive thinking will be spread all over the our circle. और हमारा छोटा सा सर्कल एक सर्कल से दूसरे सर्कल को जोड़ते जोड़ते how big it will be, we are not aware. So let's try how big our circle can be, and we'll start that from after the live is over. It will be on our Instagram page.
And you have to use the music that has been created by Rajuji.
Rajuji has created a very beautiful, 1.5 minute music, which we can use it for our this particular video. Thank you so much. And Asha, is that all for the day?
Yes.
So this is the beginning of the great initiative we are trying, and I am so happy to see everybody and the support we are getting. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again. Thank you for your patience and time. Have a lovely evening and stay connected with Mera Man. Thank you so much, Ajaz. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye. Night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best. Power to us. Bye-bye.
Thank you.